Hello, Jenna Moon, Irie Salty Mama, Anna Rose, Bailey Vex. Um, might not be many of us. There might be other streams going on. You'll see I changed my avatar because the name of my stream is I am me. I am who I am. Um, and what we're going to talk about. Hey, Coffee Chat, Lisa 54, Anna Rose. Uh, like I said, there might be other streams. There might be other streams going on. I don't know. Uh, I'm not one for these 5, 6, 7 hour streams. It's not my thing. But the first thing I want to address is them and us, them and they. Who the hell is them and they and us? Because I am me. But I would like somebody, if you're going to talk about somebody, then talk about that person. Don't throw me or a lot of people probably feel this way. Don't throw us in as a them or a they or an us. Because all you're doing is dividing the community even more. Good morning, Debbie Lou Who, Dog Mom. I am me. And if you have a problem with me, hey, Pearls of Wisdom, then I would much rather you call me the truth than a them or a they, or stay over there with them, or you stay over here with us. Because I don't even know who them, they, or us is. I wouldn't address somebody in my real life as a them. I agree, Remy. Whoever's doing that feels the need to be part of a group. But I don't feel that need. I don't belong to anyone either, Honor Rose. Hey, Sky Z. And I hate those terms. I hate them because I never know if I'm a them, a they, or an us. Because I just look at me as me. I'm not in any group either, Pearls of Wisdom. I have my viewers, I have my Patreons, I have my members. Hey, Sunshine After the Rain. You know I love that name. Yeah, you are you. Bailey Vex is an individual. I go when me too, Bailey. Me too. I go where I want to go when I want to go. I have no one to answer to on here. No one do I have to answer to. So last night, no offense, Wendy, I appreciate you saying you like the truth. When I heard, oh, we've lost her to Laura, you can't lose what you don't own. And nobody owns me. Good morning, Lady T. It's like, oh, we've lost PF to them. You don't own PF. Nobody owns anybody. So I went into Laura, and I don't even feel like I owe an explanation because I went into a chat. I see people in this chat right now that go into other people's chats that I wouldn't step foot in, but I don't go at them and call them a them or a they. Exactly, Bailey Vex. The tribalism here is a bit much. Hey, Angel Roth. I love PF, but she doesn't belong to anybody. You didn't lose her to somebody. No problem, Madagascar. Hey, Beth. You don't lose people. You don't own people. You might lose your car keys. You can call them. You can say, I've lost them, meaning your car keys. Or you can lose your wallet and say, I've lost that. Of course, hybrid Pisces. Kathy rebuilds, rad story. Good morning. So this, them, they, us, just stay over there with them. Hey, Amanda T, long time no see. Thank you. It's filtered, by the way, just so if anybody wants to know. It has a filter on it. I just didn't even want that rumor to get started out there. Yes, it's a filter. I'm not nearly that pretty in real life, but I love it. It even made my eyes like green, and I have dark brown eyes. So I didn't do that. The filter did it. So, again, would somebody like to come up on panel and explain the them, the they, the us? You can stay over there with them. Oh, we've lost the truth. You can't lose me if you never had me. I am a human being. Oh, she's back on their side. I'm on my side. Thank you, Amanda T. I'm on my side. People need to stand up for their individuality and quit being a them. Filters are the new Maybelline. Yeah. People need to stand up and be individuals on here and not be referred to as a them or a they. When they see that happening, when people see that happening, they should go in and say, well, what am I? A them or a they? Because I went into Laura's chat to plug my Friday night uh, party to raise money for St. Jude. I've been lost. I'm not lost. I'm right here. Good morning, Tawanda. I hope you're feeling better. Well, I know you're feeling better. I talked to you earlier. Right, Angel. My side. Nobody on this platform has ever been the kind of person where I agreed with absolutely everything that was said, or I've agreed with everything that was done. So, because let's say that I'm a them and one of my thems said something I didn't agree with. Does that now make me a they? I never say anything about what chats people go into. Did I find it ironic a few months back when they all ran over to Laura's chat and wanted to make amends with her? Yeah, I found it a bit ironic. But you know what? Didn't care, didn't lose any sleep. So many of my friends on here go to a variety of different channels. It makes me appreciate the relationships I have on here because we respectfully, it got away. We respectfully bring something different to the table. Yes, everyone brings something different to the table. But I feel like when something is said like, and Wendy did say she likes the truth. So I appreciate that, Wendy. Yes, Mac, I remember. Mac goes everywhere. Mac goes everywhere. Hey, Ben. Hey, D-Rod. Does that mean I have a problem with Mac? Absolutely not. But is Mac a them or a they? Because she's in my chat. Is she a them or a they? No, she's Mac. Winky Whispers goes everywhere. Is she a them or a they? No, she's Winky. I don't know. I don't know, Amanda T. What about the best friend shit? Exactly, Mac. You are you. I am me. What did Dova say? Miss Dova. I didn't even say hi to Dova. Some create their own storm and cry when it starts to rain and hail. The heck, log off. I totally agree, Dova. So let's say I'm going to use Jenna as an example, only because she's the last comment I see. Let's say Jenna says something that I don't like, but I like Jenna. Is Jenna now a them because she said something I don't like, or she went into a chat that I don't like? Is she now a them? I don't know. Everybody talks about unity in this community, but a lot of people have made it clear they don't want unity, because if you wanted it unity, you wouldn't refer to people as them, they, and us. And I'm most certainly not going to be chastised for a chat I go into to stop by Laura's chat and say, hey, Laura won't and can't put a spell on anybody. Exactly. Does that mean me and Laura are like best friends? We're talking. I don't, and I feel bad even explaining this because I don't owe this to anyone. I am a free thinker, also, Mac. But let's, we all want to judge on character, okay? We all want to judge on people's character. I think we were all pretty much off the mark when it came to Diane. Most of us. Some people never liked her. So we're not always correct when we judge someone's character. I subscribe to channels, not people. Good point, Remy. There are people in this community that I am never going to jive with. Never. But I see Bailey Vex in their chat. Does that mean Bailey is a them? Or because she's over here, is she an us? No, she is Bailey Vexed. Well, you weren't the only one, Max, so don't beat yourself up over that. Hey, Nika's Crafts. So because and Bailey, I'm using you as an example because I see you in chats that I would never go in. But I don't judge Bailey for that. Oh, Angel. Well, we're gonna have to figure out something because Wendy did let me in on a little secret that you can't do auctions on here. So I'm gonna have to figure out, maybe we'll play a game, all the money will go to St. Jude for the item. I don't know. I'm gonna have to figure out something. But I'm so tired. Every time somebody goes live, it's us and them and they. And somebody I'm very close to that doesn't chat much. She doesn't really come on YouTube. I mean, she watches some things, but she's blown away by it too. She's like, who is us, them, and they? Hello, Johnny. Yes, yes. I would never go into Fod's channel. Why would I? Why would I go into Fod's channel when every single time she goes live, she drags me? But do I hold it against anybody that goes into Fod's channel? Nope. Johnny goes into Fod's because I don't like Fod. That's my personal opinion. That's my personal feelings. Fod doesn't like me. That's her personal feelings. Everybody gets tattled on, Tawanda. How is Mar? Actually, I just spoke to Mar yesterday. She sounds a lot better. Hey, Farmer Girl. Is it Farm Girl? Farm Girl? Yeah, yeah. Actually, she sounds better. She's, got more doctor's appointments because she went through a very extensive surgery, very extensive. And it's hard on her, with her lupus and everything else. But she sounded much better when I talked to her. And I miss her so much. Not just because, she's my right hand man, but Christina from Flint, the truth. I've been screaming, stop with the we. Speak for you and you only. We need to reinforce that we is partly to blame for how we all got here. Team think, we think, you can be true to we. Yes, I agree, even though I read that like a second grader. Helen says, personally, I'm just sick of being tired of being judged for something someone else has done and said. That's bullshit. I have never done that to anyone, and I don't like it being done to me. True to that, Helen. True. But I was judged because I went into Laura's last night or yesterday for like 5 seconds. And I got the warmest welcome from her chat. And I didn't come out scathed. I didn't come out, uh, I didn't come out where I needed therapy or anything. Well, I do therapy, but it has nothing to do with Laura. But all of a sudden, I got, well, stay over there with you, stay over there with us, or stay over here with us, and they can stay over there with them. Not sure why you would go into chat after everything you've been through with her. Okay, okay. But see, Tina, now you're judging me because how many chats do you go into and they do absolutely rotten, disgusting things? I don't judge people for what Diane did. That responsibility lies directly on Diane, no one else. Other people judge people for what Diane did, but I don't. But that's my personal opinion. Christina says, I don't judge people, but I absolutely do side eyed the hell out of the people that's trying to downplay how wicked. Yes. And that's okay. Actually, me and Laura haven't been at war in a long time. But trust me, if Laura went live today and said something I didn't like, I would come right back at her. I would come right back at her. But because I went into her chat, I'm a them or a they. Tawanda goes into chats. I wouldn't be caught dead in. But Tawanda's my friend. She's not a them or a they. She's Tawanda. Exactly, Anita. I invited come one, come all, because the more money raised, the more that goes to St. Jude. And I'm not doing this to make up for anything that Wendy may or may not feel like she owes. I'm not doing it because Diane ripped off St. Jude. I worked for St. Jude for 11 years. It's a great charity. Why not? It's a ladies' night piece of merch. All the St. Jude tags have been taken off of the ladies' night merch. Why not give one more? One more. Why not let the kids benefit from one more item out of the ladies' night store, out of the ladies' night Teesprings? We're also going to play games. Well, I heard a few ladies who once supported Brian now ridiculing him for the same things. Well, I got news for you. When it comes to Brian, we all know mine and Brian's relationship. I mean, that's how I came to YouTube, is dragging Brian. But by the same token, they supported Brian when he was doing even worse shit than he's doing now. Yeah, we're going to play some games. So I might have to figure out a different way of doing it because Wendy made it let me know that auctions are against terms of service. So I may have to figure out a different way of doing it. I have from now until Friday to figure that out. Morning, mommy at 3. But I'm going to bring up PF. Okay. Before now, I never really knew much about PF. I saw her in Diane's chat. She was always nice to me, but I never really knew about PF. So because she's speaking out on what's going on, she's a they, she's a them. She's not an us anymore. I don't think that's fair to call somebody. I don't think she said it malicious either, Audrey Hartburn. I don't know, Sky. See, that's between her and Janie. And that's why I don't get involved in what's going on between her and Janie. You know, it's not my fight. That's why I don't get involved in OG drama stuff because I don't know half of it. Remember, I was on here for a year and all I talked about was Brian. I hear people saying on here, not they, not them. I'm going to say people because I really don't want to call out their names, but I would be a hypocrite not to. But I listened to Sarah Indipity's live this morning. And trust me when I say, if anybody is going after her about addiction, shame the frick on you. No, I'm not gonna. And I totally agree with that, Lorraine. Laura did do that. Laura did do that. But Laura's also done horrible things according to other people that went in her. Lorraine, I saw you in Laura's chat not too long ago. But did I judge you for it? No. Did I say, well, Lorraine's a them now? Lorraine is a them now. So, no. Lorraine is Lorraine. I was mortified. There's a lot on here that's been said and done that is mortifying. I know you're not, Lorraine. I'm just using you as an example. But as far as serendipity goes, anybody that would go after her for her good morning, Mama Best World. See, here's a person that's had major issues with the OG drama community. But guess what? I don't know about them. So I'm not going to speak on them. I just know her as Mama Best World's Meatballs. I'm just not a they, a them, or an us. Okay. Please quit putting me in that category. If you have something to say about me, which Wendy did use my name, so I'm going to give Wendy credit for that. But I'm not a them, a they, or an us. There are people on here I don't jive with. I never will. I gave her another chance and she called Nikki to investigate the passing of her husband and recorded the call and got mad and offered up. Okay, Ash, I understand that. Totally understand that. Totally. And I thought what Laura did to Nikki Lee was horrible. And I said so. And I said so. But somebody that's been forgiven that is still sitting in your all's chats also called a freaking funeral home to make sure somebody was really dead. But she's been forgiven. Exactly, Dova. And I'm not saying forgive Laura. I don't give a shit if you all forgive Laura. It doesn't affect my life. Right now, I'm worried about a dog who's having seizures that makes her roll off the bed. I have a hernia the size of a pumpkin that I can't even find clothes to put on. I live in leggings. So I don't care if anybody forgives Laura, but don't judge me because I went into her chat. Yes, it was 2 years ago, but it still happened. And I know you guys are good. I understand. But obviously, I can't be good with Laura because I got brought up last night for being in Laura's chat for a whole 5 seconds to plug my Friday night. I'm glad you and Stephanie are good, Mandolin. I'm glad. But how many panels have I heard you all set up on and talk about? Hey, Bluebell, and say them. Hey, it is most important that we go back to me. But see, Dova, I haven't really made peace because I don't feel the need to make peace. Laura knows where we stand with each other. She's not talking about me, so I don't feel the need to talk about her. She still says and does shit I don't agree with. I never said you did it alone, Mandolin. Ever. Ever did I say that you acted alone? Hey, Hopey Dopey. But people speak out on issues and all of a sudden they become a them or a they or an us. Hey, Angela Critters. Thank you for doing that, Amanda Lynn. And I mean that with all my heart. But Mandolin, I didn't come at you when you forgave Laura. I didn't care. It didn't affect my real life. And this really isn't even about Laura. I got told, I was told last night, she's one of them again. I'm not one of them. I am me. People are going to have an opinion, Johnny. That's not true, Amanda. That's not true. You left that group on your own. You left that group for your own personal reasons. And there's nothing wrong with that. Hold on, guys. I got to let Lolly out. People are hypocrites by nature, Ash. You're right. See, there's people right here in this chat, that I would never join in another chat with. But I can be okay with them in this chat. I agree, Pixie. And I've said that time and time and time again. Who gives a shit who forgives who? I don't even care about the people that are still sitting in a Discord with Diane. And Diane ripped us all off, screwed us all, screwed the pooch. We were all fooled. But if you're sitting, and I did say the other day, if you're sitting in a Discord with Diane, then you're a piece of shit. I must take that back. I must retract that. Because to be honest with you, I don't care. So I apologize to anybody who's still in a Discord with Diane. If that offended you, I'm sorry. Because that's not my place to judge you. Can you all still hear me? I'm way out in the other part of the house. And Lolly's drinking like tons of water. Can y'all hear me? If it keeps you out of the loop, so be it. That's right, Mac. It's going to get cold here. You can still hear me? Wow. Is it echoey? Because Lolly is drinking, like, it takes her like 20 minutes to get her drinks in. Are you? No, not in the bathroom. I'm actually standing in the kitchen where Lolly is drinking her half a gallon of water. I just don't want to be referred to as a them, they, or an us. And I think other people say, don't judge me for whose chat I go in, because I don't judge you. Half of the people set in Five's chat while she drags me from top to bottom. But, and there's a perfect example, Republican Ash. Me and Republican Ash are totally cool. I'm close. I don't have any problems with Republican Ash. That her and Todd are good friends, or they jive here on the internet. Good for them. There's people on Todd's panel that I don't care for, but that's okay too. It doesn't make them a them or a they. It means I don't like you as a person. Not you, Ash. I'm not talking about you. Don't get confused. But, we're talking about people being bullied to suicide and shit. But I watched some of you all set in a stream the other night where a woman was telling a woman with brain damage, I don't care what she's done in the past, don't care. I don't know, Nika. We're going to have to find out. Right now, we're just trying to deal with her skin issues. But I watched y'all throwing up prayer hands, putting fire in the chat, as a woman with brain damage was being dragged from top to bottom. Does anybody think maybe that could have driven her to hurt herself? Because if you're to the point that YouTube is going to make you hurt yourself, you truly do need to log off for your own mental health. I don't dislike or hate people either. Actually, I hate no one. You're right. I don't know Rebecca, but I do know that she has issues. And I do know before her brain damage, she was a very accomplished person who went and got her nursing's license, which is not an easy task. It's more than a lot of people on here has accomplished. It's more than I've accomplished. I agree, Skazi. I agree. But then they get on their panels. Here's a perfect example. I'm going to call out Bex Brown. Because on a panel yesterday, Brian was being talked about, and the topic of Molly saying the shit she said to Potty Mouth Mama. I do not agree with that. I told Molly it was gross. I do not agree with that. But then I brought up the fact that Marianne sat on a panel while she didn't talk. She didn't talk. But while Mommy Ramling's Mommy Ramling's was being drugged. But I was re-victimizing. Okay, Bex. I didn't time Brian out. I don't know. I don't time anybody out. As you can see. We can crack on people's religion. We can crack on, good morning, Samantha. We can get on people's mental illness. We can crack on, there's so many things that we can talk about, but don't talk about somebody's addiction, which I totally agree with because I'm the mother of an addict. So I'm totally against that. But I'm also totally against talking about somebody that has brain damage. I'm totally against talking about the mentally ill. And I speak up about it. And I'm sorry if that pisses people off. I am me. I am not a them. I am not a they. I am not an us. I am me. If you have a problem, come for me. I jive with a lot of people. Sorry, I'm looking for Lolly because I don't want her to be somewhere. Where's Lolly? Sam? Where's Lolly? Oh, did I let her out? Sorry. Sorry, Lolly. Let you outside. But if I say something or I do something that you don't like, that's cool. That's okay to come back at me. But them, they, us, that's not doing anything but dividing a community that's already burnt to the ground over one person. And this not having proof. I've done it. I've thrown out shit out there that I didn't have proof of. But what was done to thank you next? Not an ounce of proof. Not an ounce of proof. Tawanda, are you timing people out? Because I don't like doing that. Unless they're saying something racist or doxing, I'm trying to keep my chat where people can speak their truths. If you set up on a panel and you talk about Brian, okay. If you set up on a panel and you talk about Brian, guess what? Brian's going to get up on a panel and he's going to talk about you. Do we not understand this concept yet? How long have we been around here? I am behind in chat. One of your good friends, not going to name names, pretty much blamed, or should I say, joked about rape. And you know what? I totally understand what you're talking about, but she wasn't the only one in that conversation. And those that were in that conversation have all been forgiven. And she's apologized and she was forgiven. So it is what it is. I will not speak on that topic, call them out. Because as Amanda Lynn just said, that's been 2 years ago. Exactly, Michelle. Yeah, Google is timing people out. I did call her out because she's one of the ones that sits on her panel and says them, they, us, and they want to go back and forth with Brian, back and forth. I went back and forth with Brian for a year. But you can't blame Brian for defending himself when somebody says his one-armed wife. You can't. No, we're not going to mention names, Samantha B. Trust me, Brian says shit all the time to me that is cringeworthy. I'm not allowed to voice my opinion, Dova, because it always turns into this. Because my name always gets brought up, call him out. Because my name always gets brought up. Go back and listen to the live streams. And I am voicing my opinion on my panel, just like everybody else does. The difference is I don't call people filthy names and trash them and go at them and then erase my live stream so that somebody can't have a comeback. No, I don't have a timestamp. Knowing them, they've deleted the live. I don't know. Thank you, dog mom. Other people doesn't seem to think that. Other people doesn't seem to think that I have a right to go on my opinion or go on my panel and express my opinion. Even though other people go on their panel and they bring up things that I've done years ago or that I did yesterday, which was go into Laura's chat for 5 seconds. As a me, I do not have desire or right to discuss you, and I don't. I know you don't, Mike. That's a lie. She never called his mom. Get your facts straight. I didn't even see who got accused of calling a mom. And then let's talk about real lifers, okay? Because the word them gets used again. Them over there, they're real lifers. They go real life. You understand how many people on this platform has gone real life while they're sitting in your chat? Wendy, no, hello, Starlight. Didn't call my mom. She messaged her on Facebook. And now I get why she did it. No, it was TNT that called Brian or called Ben's house. Like I said, if you're going to sit up on a panel and you're going to make fun of somebody's religion, then you're going to get called out. I mean, it's just anytime I call out somebody, I fully expect Amanda Lynn to go live later on tonight and call me out. I fully expect it. That's going to cause more. But Republican Ash, do you know how many times, and I'm not dogging you, how many times you brought up old drama? And you continue to call the wrong person the doxer. And I've sent you proof of who doxed you. And then you say, in Ash, I love Republican Ash because you asked me to call you that. That doesn't count. Okay. So when people bring up old shit, it does. When you bring up old shit, it doesn't count. But when somebody else brings up old shit, it does. See, I'm not going to have this argument with you, Republican Ash, because that makes absolutely no sense. Okay. Have a great day, Republican Ash. I'm not arguing with you. This is not an argument, Ash. This is a discussion. There's a big difference between arguing and a discussion. Arguing is when people get up on panels and they go at each other where you can't even hear what one is saying. I don't do that. Man, my stomach is killing me. The whole point of the live was don't be calling people them, they, and us. Okay, don't time out Ash, Republican Ash, because she's got a right to her opinion too, even though I don't agree with it. And I'm not going to be told who I can and cannot speak to because I don't tell anybody else that. Hugs to you, Debbie Lou Who. You know I adore you. I'm not going to be told who I can and cannot speak to because I do that to no one. I totally agree with you. Whoever just with all respect. BTS saying grab that money and people cheering them on. Yeah. Okay, Johnny Cuddy. Okay, perfect example. You don't care what people did 2 years ago, but people come in here and throw it in my face what Laura did to me 2 years ago. Last night, it was on a panel. I can't believe she would go back into Laura's after what Laura has done to her. I don't have to explain myself. I am not a them, a they, or an us. I am me. Bye, Kathy. Have a good day. Well, that's sad, Remy, that it came down to that. So, if anybody would like to get up here and explain to me why people are known in this community as them, they, or us, if Laura did it to you, you are the only one who gets to speak or not, then. Well, in all fairness, then I shouldn't have said what I said about Amanda Lynn because Amanda Lynn didn't do that to me. I didn't time you out, Republican Ash. I know you're still watching. I did not time you out. I don't time people out. Look what Diane has done to this community. Who gives a flying F what Laura has done? And some people do give a flying F. F your mods. That's from Republican Ash. Oh, wait a minute. When I text Republican Ash yesterday on her live stream, I got called weird. Remember that, Sarah? When you said I was weird for texting somebody while they were live? Does that mean Republican Ash is weird? Because she's texting me right now. See how this works? Yep, just stop having expectations. That's exactly right. But I got called weird for texting somebody while they was on a live stream. So, Republican Ash, it's Google mods. They're timing everybody out. I don't know. I don't know who timed her out. But like I said, Diane doing wrong doesn't mean others' wrongs are negated. Look at the cream MGL is getting uh, away with. Not for long, rest assured. Okay. Or Ash 274, whatever you want to do, whatever you decide to do about what's going on over there is your business. It doesn't make you a them or a they, though. Yep, what's good for one is not good for all. That's proof right there. Yep. I don't put a target on your back, 274. Actually, you're one of the few that I don't have a problem with. Yeah, I don't go into chats that you're in because I don't like those people. But I don't call you a them or a they. You were put on a list the other day. Well, I don't know whose list you were put on. Obviously, I don't watch that person that often. So, just like I don't watch Laura that often. But Somehow or another, I got lost to Laura yesterday because I went into her chat for 5 seconds. And I can be honest, I'm going to tell you right now, I'm never going to explain why I go anywhere. I might tell you why I don't go somewhere. I don't go to FODs. Why? Because all FOD wants to do is to sit up on a panel and rag on people. Yeah, it isn't about Laura. So why would I want to go up on a panel or go into a chat where everything said is hateful and ugly and people being called names? Have I come back at FOD? Yep. Will I continue to come back at FOD? Yep. There's probably nobody on this panel that, well, maybe one or two, that I can't find something good. Sweet Melissa, what's the difference in saying them and they and those people? I don't like it because I'm not a them, they, or those people. I am me. I guess I don't have context here, but does it actually hurt anyone else if someone prefers to be called? No, it doesn't hurt. It doesn't hurt at all. Number one, I don't allow YouTube to hurt me, Sin, but I never know who the hell they're talking about. Exactly, Archer's battle. And I love Archer. Like, love, love, love. Oh, if I said that, I take that back. Sorry, sweet Melissa. I don't like some of the people. I'm just going to flat out say it. Me and Starlight don't get along. We'll never get along. It's just the way it is. I agree. And these people talking about people's super chats that are on and making money off of Diane. Does anybody realize how much money was made off the entire community that Diane didn't like? So I'm not embarrassed to have my super chat on. I'm not embarrassed to have my PayPal out there. Yes, and I just don't know who the hell, am I them? Am I they? Am I us? Because I go into Wendy's chat one night. Does that mean I'm one of them? Or I go into Laura's one day. Does that mean I'm a they? I don't ever know. And Mac, what's going on with you? I hate it. I hope it's not YouTube related. I don't know why anybody would attack you, but I don't like anybody's personal life being gone into. And I said that. I said that when that was going on with Diane. I don't want anybody digging up Diane. I don't want anybody hurt over freaking YouTube. Thank you, Debbie Lou Who. But I'm not going to feel bad because my super chat is on and people can sit back and say, oh, look at them making money off Diane. Well, Diane's made plenty of damn money dragging people. So if you think I'm going to feel guilty about it, not happening. Ow, it is YouTube related. Man, I'm falling apart, man. I got like this horrible pain in my chest right now. Oh, 274 is what Diane made off you. Remy, I guess you just weren't that important. Sorry. I think every creator has It's the drama community. Oh, yeah, I agree, Tatum. Oh, I'm having like a really bad pain. Phew, phew, phew. No one would have gone into Diane's life if she would have been honest. I agree with that, Johnny, but by the same token, I don't agree with going into anybody's real life. I just don't. Yeah, I'm calm. Trust me, I don't know what's going on. It's just an old ache or pain. You know, people get old and they have aches or pains. Mhm. Actually, it's the fact that this that my chest basically sits on this freaking hernia, so I get cramped up sometimes. Stand up and take a breath. Okay. Nope, still hurts. But thank you, Sandy. But I'm gonna get off here anyways. I got ups to tend to. The sun is actually out. I need some vitamin D. I gotta go get my first vax tonight. I hope it doesn't make me sick. Um, remember when I say there's no one I hate on this platform. There's no one I want to see harm come to, regardless if I don't like you. I don't want to see harm come to your life. Anybody, no one. Thank you, Lorraine. Um, no one. I don't like to see people's kids talked about. Thank you, Sunnyside. That includes people that I don't care for, like Mary Ann. Don't talk about her kids, man. Don't talk about Laura's kids. Don't talk about kids. It's that easy. How's your left arm? It still won't go. It's still hard to shave my armpit. The right one's fine. I can lift it way in the air. But the left one still hasn't. But don't pick on people's addictions. Don't pick on people's mental illness. Come on, guys. There's so much more that if you want to go with somebody, that's what I said. If you want to call me fat, okay, I am. I'm fat. But don't go after my kid. Don't go after anybody's kids. Not Amanda Lynn's kids. Not freaking Marianne's kids. Nobody's kids. Send True some wax for the armpit. It is hard to shave that armpit, but I do get it done. Yeah, and don't pick on people's religion. Come on. We're all sinners. Trust me. Every single day, we should look to God and ask for forgiveness because every single day we sin some way or another. If there's anyone perfect on this platform, I'd like them to stand up because I'd love to become their friend. I would love to be a part of that. I would like to meet the perfect person. How many lives did Diane and Wendy and Randy ever have that they didn't drag anyone away? That's true. That's what the channel was about. But I got to admit, I sat in that chat many a times. I sat in that chat many a time. So never blocked anyone until last night. I wish I would have started using the buy bits button a long time ago. It's nice not having to respond to ridiculousness. Good for you, Pixie. I'm too nosy to block people. I swear, I am nosy. When they hashtag me always watching, they're right. Well, not always, because I go to bed by 8 o'clock. So anything that happens after 8 p.m., I'm not watching. I can promise you. The truth is we are never going to get resolved closure from Diane. She made that perfectly clear. We need to pick ourselves up, dust ourselves off, and try and do better. Totally agree, Sandy. I'm having my thing Friday, and then I'm over it. I'm done. There's nothing more that can be done. She's a sack of crap, and she was a sack of crap to her friends, and she'll always be a sack of crap. So you're right. So I'm sure another scandal will come along and leave their livelihoods alone. Don't go after people's jobs. Don't threaten to call people's jobs. Don't call, I've seen where people have written, uh, Wendy, how would the Teachers Association feel about that? Don't do that. I've seen people say, they're going to call Laura's landlord. Don't do that. Don't do that. Nobody on here is worth going into their real life. And when I say worth, I'm not talking about their self worth. I'm talking about this is YouTube. Moral of the story, don't be a sack of crap. Yeah. And let's quit tagging people, them, they, or us, because you're going to have to let me know. At some point, if I'm a them, please just say, Tracy, you're a them. I agree, Sin. It's way too shitty for words. And we've already had so much real life stuff go on. Hey, Chasing Truth. We've already had so much real life shit go on. I do want to touch on Chasing Truth because I saw some, and I want to explicitly compliment Ash274 here because I have seen Ash274 say she likes Chasing Truth. She goes into her streams. So I want to give it to Ash274 there. But I have seen so many people say that Chasing Truth is sticking her nose in where it doesn't belong. Well, guess what? Chasing Truth's nose can go anywhere it wants to. Just like anybody's nose can go anywhere it wants to. Just like I can go anywhere I want to. And everybody else can go anywhere they want to. I missed the Botox. I'm going to have to go back and look at the book. Put up a before and after Chasing Truth if you haven't already. I want to see the before and after. Not that I have the money to get Botox, but maybe someday I might. I don't know. Exactly, Sandy. We're all busybodies or we wouldn't be here. Oh, she's trying not to move. Yeah, welcome to the community, Chasing Truth, if you really want to be here. And it's really not a bad community. Well, I mean, there's bad apples in all communities. But I just don't think that going real life on anyone, I don't care if you like them or not. Don't do that. Don't do that. And the next time you want to call me a them or a they, please let me know which one I am because I'm confused. And if you feel like you've lost me, just remember you never had me. I'm a human being. No one owns me. And that goes for everybody. You don't lose people. Well, the grump grandpa, I'm used to it. It is what it is. Hey, Tia Hodge. But I'm not going to come live again, I promise, until Friday. So it doesn't matter what anybody says about me today or tonight or tomorrow because I'll just not watch or I'll just overlook it. or whatever. But you won't catch me in streams making fun of mentally ill people. You won't catch me in streams making fun of people's addiction. You just won't catch me there. I was up on a panel the other night, and Laura, you brought up kids. What did I do? I got the hell off that panel. I got the hell off that panel. But I don't think bringing up people's, and Laura didn't do this. I'm not talking about Laura now, but don't talk about Laura's kids. Laura, don't talk about other people's kids. It ain't cool. But I got down off that panel. That's what you do when you're on a panel and something's being discussed that you don't agree with. You say, hey, let's not talk about that. And then you get down. You don't just hit the mute button and you're excused from everything that was said. So, Chasing Truth, I want a before and after. And I'm going to get off here, and whatever's said about me is said about me. But do me a favor. If you say something about me, say my name. Don't call me a them, a they, or an us, because we are all human beings. And I don't know what team I'm on because I'm team me. So don't put me on a team. I'll just be me, as I've always been. So you guys have a great day. The sun's out. I've got to get some vitamin D. Plus there's some little bit of work in the yard. Not much. I can't do much, but I can clean up my little corner that has cigarette butts in it because my brother hates it. But you guys have a great day, and I'll see you around the tubes.